Most families own a dog in this day and age. How the families get the dog is what we will be discussing. Some families prefer to know the history of the dog, and by that, they will buy a dog from a breeder for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Other families will rescue a dog that is in need of a home, whether it be for free or for a cheaper price. Adopting a dog is rescuing an animal who is in need of a loving home and family. Buying a dog is supporting someone's paycheck and putting food on their table. Would you prefer to rescue a dog in need or give someone a paycheck? Buying supports breeders and encourages them to continue to breed dogs for money. We do not need any more dogs to be bred. Considering the amount of dogs who are on the streets, in the shelters, and dogs who belong to unfit owners. According to bestfriends.org, there is a good chance that dogs are bought, have medical problems from the places they come from at the puppy mills. When a breeder realizes the money one dog can bring, they become greedy, not caring about the dogs, but simply and only about the money. At that point, they are making dogs become work slaves, trying to get more and more puppies. Puppy mills can be crowded, dirty, and even become abusive. In fact, many shelters will go to the breeders or puppy mills and rescue the dogs who are living in filth. Do you want to support someone who cares more about money versus the animals and who will be thrown out on the streets or even killed when they can't produce anymore? I didn't think so. Have you ever walked in a rescue shelter, hearing the cries, barks, the smell of urine and feces of many dogs? Every animal is trying to get your attention in hopes you look them in the eye and choose them to take with you. Animal Planet describes walking into a shelter can be an emotional experience. It's devastating to see so many caged dogs and cats needing a home. The cost to adopt the dog includes shots, medicine, food, toys, and many other things that help provide the shelter with more supplies and have the capabilities to rescue more dogs. According to bestfriends.org, adoption costs range from $50 to $200, depending on whether the pet comes from the city shelter or a rescue group that has spent money on boarding, vets, and grooming. Human Society states whether you want a puppy or a more mature dog, a purebred or a one-of-a-kind mixed bred, even a rabbit or hamster, shelters and rescue groups have the best selection of animals anywhere, all screened for good health and behavior. Most will even help you with spaying and neutering. A lot of rescue shelters require an approval, a home check, and lots of paperwork. There is no reason to buy a dog from a puppy mill. There are more than enough dogs that need to find a home. A lot of people's excuses are, I want a purebred dog. Little do they know, there are plenty of dogs that are purebred in shelters. My cousin Hannah volunteers at Midwest Animal Rescue Shelter in Kansas City as a foster mom and takes dogs in and works with them. The dogs have social behavior problems and several other problems, but they look great because they are simply purebred. People pay for a good-looking dog and have no idea the issues the animal will endure. Her and other volunteers have gone to the puppy mills themselves and rescued many dogs. The wire cages are stacked and lined like no other, filled with filth and left outside all the time with no attention. The mother dogs almost never get her shots, which leads to unhealthy puppies. If a dog gets adopted far away, there are passionate people who will drive hours to transport the dog and pass it on to the next person until they reach the dog's new destination. Hannah says that the amount of random dogs getting dropped off by their owners with countless excuses is unbelievable. I'm too old, I'm moving, I don't want them anymore, I'm allergic, and so many more. Shelters will not say no to a dog whether they have the space or not. If they do not have the space, they will let the volunteers and foster parents take care of them until there is a spot available. I rescued my dog just over a year ago. I walked in the shelter with the dogs crying and barking like crazy. I walked down the many aisles filled with cages, not a single one empty. I saw a beautiful black and brown puppy who was so sad and had no life to her. We locked eyes and I fell in love and knew she was the dog I wanted to take home with me. I asked the volunteers about her and they said she was dropped off at the shelter as they did not know her past. Ever since that day, I have received and gave so much love I didn't think was possible. No matter my mood, happy, sad, mad, anxious, she always makes me smile. An adopted dog almost knows deep down that you rescued him or her. They are appreciative of the love that you give them, and you can feel the appreciation. There are so many reasons to adopt a dog. You save a life, you get to own a pet, it costs less, you can make a point against puppy mills, and last but not least, make a house feel like a home by bringing so much love and play into it. There is no reason to buy a dog from a puppy mill. There are more than enough dogs that need to find a home. A lot of people's excuses are, I want a purebred dog. Little do they know, there are plenty of dogs that are purebred in shelters. Together, we can stop puppy mills. There will never be enough donations for shelters. If you can't adopt any more dogs because your house is full with fur babies already, then start to donate to the shelters. Thank you.